Get him in! Get him in! Get him! Well, good morning. Welcome to my latest vlog. Currently sat in a car park in Cambridgeshire because, as per normal with me, I've come early. But yeah, I'm here waiting to meet up with Gary, the owner of Premium Carp Fishing, to grab some bait and also grab some food. Fill my belly in this lovely little restaurant here in Bluntisham called The Lounge. But yeah, so anyway, where am I going? I'm heading to Holme Fen. The land of the giants. Now this weekend should have been a premium carp fishing or team PCF social weekend. However, unfortunately with the current climate, we had to pull the plug on it and cancel it, and rightly so as well. You know, the guys' safety is sort of paramount. Heaven forbid we had continued with it, and all of a sudden some of our guys ended up with the dreaded thing. So yeah, so we pulled the plug on it, which is unfortunate because the socials are fantastic events. It's what we give the guys as a big thank you for supporting us through the year. You know, we have 3 socials every year on Holme Fen. You know, there's 30 of us that go. Normally, like the complex, you only have 13, I think it is. But yeah, there's 30 of us normally, 4 people on poachers, and then the 26 of us on Holme Fen, where normally you would only, or sorry, on meadows, where you'd normally only have 10 anglers. Yeah, we have like fish and chips delivered to the swim on a Friday, and then the big sort of social on the Saturday, barbecue, beers, a raffle, all sorts of bits and pieces. They are a really, really good crack. But unfortunately, and like I say, rightly so, we had to cancel it this year. However, we kept the booking, so I'm heading there with myself and another 12 guys. We've got 3 lads who are going to be on Poacher's Pool, and the rest of us are going to be on meadows on Holme Fen. But yeah, excited times. I haven't fished it since, I haven't been on it yet this year. A few guys have been on there this week. It has been a struggle for them. However, the weather conditions have changed massively in the last sort of 48 hours, where we've had stupidly high pressure and you know, hot still conditions. Now we've had those thunderstorms. It's the 14th of August today, and as you may recall, this week there have been thunderstorms everywhere, flash flooding in some places, etc, etc. But yeah, so hopefully that may work in our favour. So yeah, I'll be going there, you know, once I've had my breakfast, meet at the lake for sort of 9 o'clock, have a bit of a walk round, and then we do the draw for swims at about 10 o'clock. So hopefully I'll get a bit of filming done during that process. There's always a bit of banter when we're doing the draws. But yeah, hopefully I'll get some bits and bobs done, but if not, I'll see you at the lake. Well, here we are, Holme Fen. I haven't done the draw yet. Just got down here after I've filled my belly. But it's just like a bloody dolphin show out there at the moment. All in what I call the Bermuda Triangle. All in front of, directly opposite there, you can see is the beach swim. And then we've got Party Point. And then a swim called Harry's, which is a bit further up. I'm stood in Sunset at the moment. But out there, I must have seen 15, 20 shows since we've been here. It's just an area of the lake that you can sort of get to from everywhere, but you need a good cast on you. So yeah, probably going to do the draw in about 20 minutes time. Got a couple of other guys waiting to before they turn. Oh, sorry, a couple of guys that haven't turned up yet, and then we'll get underway. It's all luck of the draw. Well, I must have trod in something. Yeah, so I came out 8th in the draw, and I chose to go on the right hand side of Party Point. The left hand side is the more favourable side, but somebody had already picked that. However, on coming round here, the chap who I was fishing with has changed his mind and he's gone elsewhere. So currently I've got the whole of Party Point to myself. It's not that no one else can move in here, but everyone else has picked their swims and they're settled, so I've got a hell of a lot of water to play with. This is all mine. All of it. And there's been fish showing out in front of here all morning since I've been here, so my confidence is through the roof at the moment. Yeah, so I'm gonna get sorted, get unloaded, and I'll catch up with you shortly. Well, here's my lovely assistant, Nick. Yeah, I've just been round taking some photographs from one of the lads. The lad who turned up late and had to set up behind the iron, he's just had a 44. I think I've got one there that might be definitely up a 30. Oh no, it's bigger than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm happy bunny. Get things sorted and yeah, we'll have a look at it on the bank. What a result. I was out about an hour. A long rod out there, just over 100 yards, 51.5 pound. New PB for me. What a creature. Buzzing. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, thanks Nick for your help. Thank you, darling.
No worries.
Ocean Amino. First time I've used it on here. And needless to say, I'll be using it again. And to think there's fish in here 20 pound bigger than this. Jeez. Go on then, baby. Go on. Yes! Well, couldn't ask for a better start, could I really? Yeah, crazy. I've got 2 rods. I can't even talk still. Yeah, like I said, we've allowed bait boats this week, or this weekend. Although I've capped the distance that people can use them at, it's 120 yards. Some people can get a bit silly with them, so I thought at least if everyone's like fishing at the same distance, well, allowed to use the same distance, no one's going to take the mickey. Now, I borrowed my mate's bait boat. Well, he's all singing, dancing things. Unfortunately, there is a fault with it, so the echo sounder and the graphics thing or whatever it is, I don't know, is not working very well. And for me as well, I like to feel the lead down when I'm casting to know I'm fishing over proper bottom. So I've reverted to the old school method of using a marker. And yeah, it's about 110 yards. Found a nice clear area. Used the bait boat to put the bait out there. I've got 2 rods on the similar area. Probably put about, I don't know, 8 kilo, or 4 kilo over each rod. And yeah, I was just finishing off sorting out the swim, or at least trying to. And I was like, well, in fact, no, I was on the phone to my dad, and the middle rod just pulled up tight. I was like, is it a bite? Can't see it. And then I just watched the line. I could just see it peeling up through the water. I was like, hang on, Dad. Sorry, but phone you back. And yeah, bit of a tussle went in a couple of weed beds, but yeah. New personal best, 51.8. Yeah, buzzing. Wow, what a week. Already, weekend even, already. I've got, I had to go around and get some photographs of one of the lads, Lee, who I think I've already mentioned it. I can't remember, my head's in a bit of a tiz. He had a PB of 44.14 as well. Unfortunately, he got his times wrong, turned up late. The draw had been done. Just jumped in behind the islands in a swim called Jake's, and yeah, saw a fish nut out, put a sweet amino pop up onto it while he's sorting the rest of his stuff out, and yeah, off it went. New personal best for him as well. So yeah, you know, 2 fish out, 2 PBs now. Like I said, leading up to this Friday, there's only been 4 fish out, maybe 5 all week, and we've had 2 in the first sort of 3 hours, which is mental. So yeah, still plenty of time. Now, bait boats do work well on here. You can only use boats if it's an exclusive booking, which like this booking's under my, it's like my booking as such. So like I said, I've let the guys use bait boats. But like I said, I've got a few rules in place just to make sure it's people who do things sensibly. So yeah, I'm in Party Point on the left hand side of Party Point. Gives me loads and loads of water, and over in the distance yonder you may be able to see there's a swim directly opposite me there, called the Lookout. And yeah, I'm in line with that. In fact, where that seagull is sitting right now, well, just the other side of that, 110 yards I think, something like that anyway. But yeah, so I've got my left and my middle rod on that area, and then my right hand rod just here. There's an entrance to a bay called East Bay, and there was a lot of fishing here over the week, when the weather was hot. They do like coming in and out of here, but it's an area that gets ignored. That swim opposite is called Sunset, again another area that gets ignored. So the fish, they go away from pressure. So yeah, so only probably midway across, maybe intercept them as they're going in and out of there. But I've still got options. I've got acres of options in front of me, so I'm going to keep my eyes out. Obviously, if I see anything showing that's worth, in one particular area, if I see several shows, then obviously I'll get a rod on them. But for now, yeah, needless to say, my middle and my left hand rod are staying put. So yeah, bait wise, what I've done, I've got a bit of a mixture going on in here. Nothing overly special. Mixed size pellets. I've got some 16s there, I've got some 12s, I've got some 8s, some 5s, I've got some coarse pellets. I've got the ocean amino boilies in there that I had sort of glugged up a couple of weeks back, and the golden grahams. No, that's bloody cereal, isn't it? Green giant, whatever they are, golden grains. Yellow grey, sweet corn, bloody go. Yeah, sweet corn. Very underused bait. But I love using it. I use a lot of it in my fishing. So yeah, this is now, that's, it's a big, was it a 10 litre bucket? This is the second bucket load that I've had to make up since I've been here. So, I've only dropped the boat, 4 times now. So, might have to make a few phone calls to get some more bait brought down. Oh. But yeah, we're very lucky with the weather. It's warmed up a bit now, but we've had no rain. It's been overcast. This wind's been blowing in this direction for a while now. But like I said, out in open water there, the fish were showing this morning a hell of a lot. And one that lumped out was a big fish. Whether it's the one that I hooked and landed, I don't know, because there's lots of them in here. But yeah, still got a few bits I need to sort out. Yeah, that's the boat my mates let me borrow. Super duper thing they are, top range. But yeah, just got a slight fault with the graphics, the echo sounder on it. So he's already sending it back to the shop. But yeah, I've got the whole swim to myself for now. Somebody has got the option of moving into the right hand side if they want. But I've put a load of stuff there, so it's going to be tight for them. No, but all seriousness, if somebody wants to move in there, they're more than welcome to. Yeah, so that's where we are. Wow, what a start to a weekend's fishing. I don't think I have to say, if I don't catch anything for the rest of the weekend, I'm not going to be overly fussed. But as I've said on my last vlog, as carp anglers, once you catch one, you want to catch another and another and another and another. And obviously that is where I'm at right now. But the rods are back out. You just have to wait and see. Right, good evening. Yeah, I've sort of come back down to earth a bit now, I think. No, I haven't actually. I'm still absolutely buzzing me rocks off. Yeah, so I got the rod back out. Onto the area. What's the phrase? Onto the dance floor. And yeah, I've seen a few fish show in the area, so they're still out there. A lot of bites on here do come sort of first thing in the morning, so you get one in like in the afternoon. Well, the 2 bites have come in the afternoon. Don't say it's a rarity. It does happen, but I know like a lot of lakes, you know, morning bites are the one. So yeah, the rod's gone back out. Managed to get everything set up. I'm actually sort of inside a bit. Got the mozzie door down because the mozzies here are rife. They'll eat you alive, so I'm all sprayed up and smelling sweet of the old skins are soft. Smell like a bit of a tart, but actually tonight I really don't care. So yeah, I'm just about to put some dinner on. Actually, I haven't had any chance to have anything to eat since my lovely breakfast I had this morning. But yeah, the rods are out, fish are showing. It's looking good. You know, these conditions are absolutely spot on for here. A lot better than what they've had all week. So hopefully there'll be a few more to come. Yeah, one thing I didn't mention was the rig I caught it on, and it's my, at the moment it seems to be my go-to rig. The sort of spinner. Here there's a lot of blanket weed around. There is obviously a lot of clear areas as well, but I know where I was fishing, although the lead, when I cast it out, so it did land down with a donk, when I pulled it back it was a bit sort of sluggish coming back, so I can only assume there's a bit of blanket weed down there. Nothing came back on the lead until I hit the kelp bed, which is just out in front of me. But yeah, rig wise it's just my standard sort of my spinner rig I showed on my last vlog. Same sort of thing, size 6, medium curve fox hook. I don't know, what's that, 4 inches of 35 pound boom. And the actual bait I had on that, it was actually a double pop-up of all things. It was a ocean amino pop-up with a little 10mm stinky pink on top of it. So needless to say, that's gone back out. The left hand rod, I've got a Stella Yellow on top of that one, mainly because obviously I've put a lot of sweet corn in my mix, so and yellow does work quite well on here. And then the right hand rod, which is round the corner into the entrance of the bay that I showed earlier, I've got that's on the same sort of spod mix as such, or boat mix, or whatever you call it when you put things out with a boat. And that is just a match the hatch ocean amino pop-up on its own on that. I'm keeping my eyes open. Like I've got the option obviously of moving that right hand rod. I've got a hell of a lot of water in front of me that I can move it to. Do apologise. Yeah, I've got a hell of a lot of water I can move it to. Now I know there's a spot sort of out towards the beach out there, at only about 80 yards, which is can be a productive area. Mate Kelvin, he was in here last night, and I know he had a rod over there, but the only thing I've seen there are the coots diving, which leads me to believe his bait or some bait is still left out there. So not overly fussed about that, but if I see some fish showing, you know, it's close enough to whip in that right hand rod and just chuck a single over there. Thankfully Kelvin's part of the PCF team, and I know he's been using our bait, so yeah, you know, I can just put one of our normal sort of pop-ups on and fish it over there, or at least one of our sort of high vises. But yeah, so I'm just about to fire up the, I was going to have a barbie, but it's just started raining, so I'm going to, yeah, not sure what I'm going to have for my dinner tonight, but I do have a selection in the car. Evening, it's just coming up for 8 o'clock now. Obviously Friday evening, nothing else has happened. However, my mate Chris, who's fishing in Wasted Time, as a swim name would have it, yeah, nothing came out of there for about 3 years, I think. So it was sort of name wasted time. But yeah, he's had a 31 and a half, I think it was. He said he had. So yeah, well done, buddy. But yeah, all quiet here. I've just got some food on the barbecue down there. Burnt burgers. Don't normally use these disposable type things, but I couldn't get any proper charcoal, so yeah, got to make do with burnt burgers tonight. But yeah, as you can imagine, this afternoon's just been a bit of a haze for me after having that fish earlier today. Still blown away by it. Still, what's that on my shoulder? Yeah, still blown away by it. So, and these conditions now, look, it's overcast, it's windy, we've had drizzle, we've had rain. Textbook carp angling. Yeah, so we'll see what the evening brings. So I'll get some burgers down my neck. I'm going to have a couple more celebratory beers. But yeah, feeling confident. I'm absolutely buzzing, as you can well imagine still. But yeah, the shows haven't been, I haven't seen so many fish recently. It's all gone a little bit quiet. Hopefully that means they're on the deck and having some food. But yeah, it's been a relatively quiet afternoon all round the lake. I put on Facebook about catching a new PB, and that's just sort of gone mad. And what's been really nice, a friend of mine, Nathan, who I spent a week over at Rainbow with last year, I've just been on the phone to him for the last sort of half hour or so. It's, you know, it's lovely, you know, when you don't see people for ages, and you've got that common interest. You know, first thing he done was give me a call, and it was lovely catching up with him. But yeah, so we've just got to wait now for the next one. You know, those 3 rods that are sitting just there, you know, once one of them pulls up tight, you never know in this place. It could be £7, it could be £70. But yeah, anticipation's building yet again. Baits are out on the, I think they call it the dance floor. Just got to wait and see now. Well, didn't think it was going to be doable. Well, no. Oh, yeah, it could be doable on here, but I didn't expect it. But I've just beat my personal best again. Ooh, it doesn't like its photo taking. With that one, £52, 8 ounces. So I beat my PB £5, but when they're like this, I ain't complaining. Yeah, left down rod this time. Stella yellow pop up. Yeah, £52, 8 ounces. Say I'm happy would be an understatement. Use that one for the fish first before you use one on me. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, it's always possible in here. Do the impossible. So there you go. Beat my PB again. £32, 8 ounces. That's only a pound bigger than the one I had 12 hours ago. But wow, this place is amazing. Yeah, go on.
One for the one.
Oh yeah, because I missed out on getting a soak in the first PB. Nick's getting his.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, buddy. 52.
Brilliant work.
£52, 8. Oh. I'm just going to take a picture now. Come on. Come on, hurry up, camera. Oh, that'll be enough. Go on, mate.
Brilliant, well done.
Wow, I'm absolutely blown away. Yeah, it was about 20 to 1, I think it was. Left down rod, a couple of bleeps, which woke me up, and then it just poured off. Good old tussle all the way in. Again, went in the kelp bed, tried stitching me up in there, but yeah, ample pressure, and out it popped. Left it in the net, eventually woke Nick up next door to come and give me a hand. Fish of this size, you need as many hands as possible. Yeah, it was, the old scales were shaking a bit, but yeah, 52 pound 8 ounces. A brace of 50s. Well, okay, 2 50s in what, 12 hours, 11 hours? You don't get fishing like that anywhere else. Not on a day ticket anyway. And there's still fishing here, 20 pound bigger. But anyway, it's now I've got the rod sorted, it's about, oh yeah, it wiped out my middle rod, so I had to sort that rod out as well. So it's taken me a bit of time, and yeah, but eventually the rods are out. It's now about 25 to 3, I think, something like that. So yeah, back in bed. Gonna try and sleep, but God, I can hear the fish out there jumping, and they're big. Yeah, wow. Morning. Oh, morning after the night before. Just kind of 10 to 6 now. Yeah, nothing else for me. One of the other lads, Mantis, he's in 4 strong winds. He had a personal best yesterday of 41, or last night even. So yeah, been 4 fish out of Holme Fen, or out of Meadows, and yeah, 4 PBs. This place is mental. Anyway, yeah, so like I said yesterday, bite time is sort of, well, it's showing now at any time, but normally in the mornings. So yeah, just got to sit and wait now. Haven't seen anything. I've only been up about 10 minutes. Haven't seen anything yet this morning. But again, when I went to bed last night after that fish, I could still hear them out there. There's a bit of a slick coming up off my spot. Whether that means the fish are there, whether it's just the oil's coming off the pellets, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's keeping me on my toes anyway. The guys on Poacher's Pool, they've had, I think they've had 3 fish between them now. So they're quite happy. It's their sort of ideal type of water, of stalking, walking around the lake with their rods and just stalking fish in the edge. They're enjoying themselves over there. A fish has just shown on my right hand rod. Yeah, over there, the fish just rolled on it. Go on the right hand rod. But yeah, like saying, the guys on Poachers, they're having good fun over there. They're catching fish, and we're catching fish here. I haven't heard from anybody else during the night, excuse me, other than Mantis, who had that 41. There may have been others out, but I'm not too sure. But so yeah, we'll just have to see what the morning brings. Well, it's a bit frustrating now. Not that I should be, but I've had fish showing over me this morning and my area is slicking up. But yeah, nothing. There's been some big fish showing as well. Some of them a little bit further out, sort of between me and the lookout. But yeah, I've had fish literally over the top of my spot. Yeah, I've got some big sort of pellets in with my mix, so I think some of the slick that's coming up is I'm guessing the oil's coming off that. But like I say, seeing fish over the top of it as well says to me that you know there's fish there. Yeah, just don't know what to do. I don't want to risk baiting in case I spook them off. But you know, I put both rods back out last night at sort of whatever time it was, 2:30. So obviously it's pitch black. They're definitely in the right area. That was another fish. Yeah, they're definitely in the right, but just yeah, they're just not having it. But yeah, they're sort of in line with, well, sitting where I'm sitting now. You've got a white car over there, but yeah, just there is where my bait is. I don't know if you can make out the slick that's coming off it. Very subtle. In fact, if I move the camera that way, you might see a little bit more towards that island. Oh, and Nick next door's just had a series of bleeps. But yeah, don't know what to do. 2 miles what to do. I'll just have to give it a few more hours yet anyway. It's only, I don't know, 7:30, 7:45. And we'll play it by ear. Well, here's the rain. And it's all quiet. Unfortunately the slick stopped. Well, there's still a bit of a slick coming up on my spot out there, but no, I was really expecting one of those rods to go. Just in the process of redoing like the rod that was in the bay. I'm putting that out in open water, so I'm leapfrogging these 2 rods that's still out there, and fishing more over in that direction. I found a nice area. You might even be able to see my marker float there. I was only 100 yards out. So yeah, got a nice spot there. So I'm going to, once this rain eases a little bit, get the boat out and put some bait on that. Yeah, and see what happens. But yeah, it's been I've been sort of just waiting for the rods to go, but they haven't. It's just come up for 11 o'clock now, so you know I've only been in the swim 24 hours. Hence the reason I thought I'd do my rods now, reposition that one rod over there, which sort of you know will give me the same amount of time as I had yesterday on a new area. There's been fish showing around that area as well, so but yeah, it's about 12 foot deep. Nice sort of firmish silty bottom. But yeah, give that one a go shortly. So once this rain eases off a little bit, I'll get it out. Excuse me, I'll get it out and yeah, get some bait on the spot. Well, that's it. Rods are out for the last time. Yeah, just took all well, the other two rods out, my middle and what is right hand rod now, which were my left and middle yesterday. Just taking them out with fresh baits. That's all dumped down. The boat is officially going away now. If anything does occur during the night or later on this evening, it's only 110 yards, something like that, so yeah, it's easily castable. I'll just be doing that. They've had plenty of bait off me over in that area. Must have had, it's got to be over 20 kilo now, I suppose, which is crazy in just over 24 hours. But you know, big fish, and fair few of them in here. So, but yeah, nothing else has happened around the lake. Been very quiet show-wise as well. Haven't actually seen anything at all this afternoon, which, yeah, it's strange. A few of the areas have been slicking up where guys are fishing, but no, nothing has been out. But still got plenty of time. We've got to be off the lake at 9:30 tomorrow. So yeah, so we've still got about, what time is it now? 3:30, 4 o'clock now. So 12, 17 hours. So still plenty of time. We had done 5 fish between us in 12 hours yesterday. So you never know. But yeah, rods are out. I'm going to have a tidy up now, start getting some bits in the car, and I'm going to have a couple of beers this evening to celebrate my result from yesterday. Well, I don't know if you can make it out there, but my spot's slicking up yet again. I've seen a couple of fish in the area as well, so hopefully they've come back. Come on, the rods. Well, evening. It's yeah, just come up to 20 to 8 now, and still nothing. Not a bleep. Oh no, tell a lie, I had a bleep, but that was because of the only goose on the lake decided he didn't want to pick up my line. But no, other than that, nothing. Now, I know I said a little bit earlier that I'd seen fish showing sort of on their way down, what looked like on their way down to Pump Hole. Now, a lad called Chris, who's with us, he was one who had the 31 from, where was he? In Wasted Time. He's moved down into the beach. Graham, who was in the beach, has packed up earlier this morning. He had to shoot off home. So yeah, Chris moved round there, and me and my little fishing buddy up here, Nick, we were chewing the fat, having a barbecue, and heard a shout, looked over, and there's Chris in the beach with a fish in the sling. So I've just shot round there. Didn't get any filming, but I've got some photographs, and wow, what a fish. 57.5 pound. This place is crazy. You know, there's been 6 fish out of this lake in the last, let's call it 36 hours, but it's not even been that. And 50% of them have been over 50 pound. Then 2 40s and a 31. Yeah, absolutely so made up for him. So it is a couple of pictures of it, of the fish. Absolutely immense. So a new PB for him. So yeah, that's 3 of us. 4 of us on the lake out of 10 that have all had PBs this weekend. You know, it's been fantastic. You know, like I said earlier at the start, it was meant to be a social weekend for the team. You know, with the whole COVID situation, it's not been possible, which was an anticlimax, but my God, it's peaked somewhat, shall we say. Yeah, and where he is fishing now. Yeah, so Chris is over there in the beach over here. Literally, he's only been in there a couple of hours. I've had some of these special pop-ups that I've been given to have a play with and try. And I showed him earlier today, and I gave him 3 of them. And he put 1 on each rod, and yeah, it was one of them that went. So needless to say, yeah, best pop-ups in the world, according to Chris. So I've just left him with about 20 of them for him to. But I love the one thing I love about carp fishing, especially with the team, PCF. It's just such a fantastic community. We all help each other out. You know, there's no big-headedness. There's none of this bloody half a star. You know, I get my boilies £1 cheaper than everybody else. There's none of that here. We all help each other out, and we always have a good crack. And it's just, yeah, everyone's here for each other. You know, there's a bit of banter going on with the guys across the lakes. You know, there's poor old Craig, bless him, who's fishing in Harry's over there. He's a traditionalist, so he won't use a bait boat. However, we did have a bit of a giggle at him while he was spodding, because it was going here, there and everywhere, and you could hear expletives coming from his swim as the day went on. And I think it took him about 2 hours to get all of his spod mix out, where I've got a blister on my thumb there somewhere from using the control on the remote on the bait boat. But yeah, you know, it's just been a fantastic couple of days, and yeah, we've still got 13 hours fishing ahead of us. So who knows what's going to happen in that time. With this place, you really don't know. You know, there's been 350s out, but I think there's 560s in here. You know, fish called Marshall's, that hasn't been out for a while. That done £71 last year. So it would be really nice if I had one of them hanging on, or had him hanging on one of those a little bit later tonight. But no, as it is, yeah, mustn't grumble of how this weekend's been. Fantastic weekend, good lads, a good crack, and there's been some fantastic fish, and we've still got a bit of time to go. Morning. Just woken up to a couple of bleeps on the right hand rod, and looking out there, that spot's slicking up quite nicely. But yeah, I haven't had any indication on that whatsoever, the right hand rod, or any of them, all night. That to me looks like fish feeding out there. There's too much of a slick to it to be just coming off my bait. Ooh, sexy times. First cup of tea in the morning, and then yeah, got to pack down. But other than that, nothing's happened around the lake all night. Well, I haven't heard anything from anybody, and we've got like a chat group thing going on, and everyone's sort of keeping up to date on there, but no, nothing's occurred. Still got a few hours. It's only just gone 5 o'clock, so yeah, still got like another 4 hours before the rods have to come in. Plenty of time for a bite. That spot has been slicking up all morning. Several liners. That's the middle rod that's gone. Fortunately, it's making its way to this bloody kelp bed that's out in front of me. Come on, get past that. Go around it, go around it, go around it. Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, fish. That gave me more grief than the bloody big ones did. Oh wow. Yeah, I thought it had picked up another rod. But yeah, happy with that on last morning. Okay. Right, let's sort out this bloody mess now. Right, where's that going? That doesn't make any sense.
How's that work?
I don't know. That's as if I've hooked it on the...
It's like your other rod's picked that rod up, and then you've landed it on wrong rod.
Yeah.
It is, because that's still going out to spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless your line from that one's going through kelp bed. Who knows?
I know. Right. There you go. That rod had to go. Too much of an oil slick coming up off it. And yeah, smallest one of the weekend out of everybody. But £20, 8 ounces. Oh, come in. One for the future, definitely. If I let me catch him up, there you go. Yeah, £20, 8. As on a Stella Yellow pop-up. Yeah, middle rod. So what I've done, I got the rods back out. picked up the right hand rod. So while this was resting in the mat and the net, sorry, redone the rods and got them out. So they're back on the money, and it's still slicking up out there. Cool. Well, that's it. It's just come up to 9 o'clock, so the rods are coming in. What can only be described as a fantastic weekend. The whole group of guys. Yeah, we've just had such a good laugh. Yeah, not everyone's caught, but that's the nature of this place. You can have some great sessions or you can blank, but that's just fishing. So yeah, not sure when I'm out next. Shifts change at work week after next, but I'll be back on the club water very shortly, ready for the autumn, winter and then the spring. So I'll be documenting that as I go along. But yeah, for those who are interested and joining our team, Premium Carp Fishing, have a look for us on obviously on the interweb. Application form there, join the team. But yeah, so until next time, like I always say, go out there and enjoy yourself, and remember, it's only fishing.